Hey everyone, you are rocking with the Locked and Loaded RN. If you're new to my channel, bienvenidos. If you're one of my awesome subscribers, welcome back. Y'all, I hope you're having a happy Tuesday. Y'all know that Tuesday is technically my Monday because I'm normally off on Mondays. So I am dragging a little bit today. It started off rough, but I'm moving forward. In any case, what I wanted to talk to you guys about real quickly while I'm in between my patients is a part of Panama called Portobello. So if you've been following my channel, y'all know that I did a couple videos before about Afro-Latinos, the Afro-Panamanians, and how almost every Spanish country has black people, a black presence there that often goes remiss, or people don't know about it due to the media, due to just, I don't know, for some reason they just go missed. But this part of Panama, apart from Colón, you know, we talked about Colón being where the immigrants came from, or I don't want to say immigrants, but people from other countries, foreigners came from Caribbean countries to come help build the canal, and they ended up you know, basically living in Colón. So just to rewind a little bit, as I was explaining, Colón used to be a city where it was mainly all black people from Jamaica, Bahamas, Bermuda, Antigua, Trinidad, all those Caribbean people that came to help build the canal and basically stayed in that city, Colón. So it was funny because one time when we were in Colón visiting, there was a black looking Panamanian man who was saying to us that it's funny now that when you go to Colón, you can't find someone that speaks English, or it's rare. It's hard for you to find someone that speaks English, where back in the day, it was hard to find someone that spoke Spanish. So let's say, for example, my grandmother was born and raised in Panama, but you know, hearing my mom and them talk about my grandmother used to say that she didn't speak Spanish that well, even though she was born and raised in Panama. So for my mother and her siblings, by them going to school, you know, further and getting their high school diploma in Panama, they are all fluent in Spanish. As they got older, maybe some that moved out of Panama, their Spanish isn't, they might not feel as comfortable to maybe go in front in church or something to do something in Spanish because they're afraid that they might get some words wrong. However, they're all knowledgeable of both Spanish and English. Every one of my aunts and uncles. Then their children, some of them also know Spanish and English. Some only know Spanish because, you know, when you have kids and you're busy living your life, it's kind of hard to take the time to teach your kids two languages, especially when you're overwhelmed with the struggles of life. So even for myself, my mother speaks Spanish fluently, but she really didn't teach us Spanish. I really learned Spanish from the influences from other people that I was around. So that's why I was saying in one of my other videos the other day that sometimes when I speak Spanish, people say, "Tú eres dominicana," because they're like, the way my accent or the way how I pronounce words or the verbiage that I use is Dominican Spanish, but it's because I hang with a lot of Dominicans. So that's another story for another day. In any case, I wanted to talk about another part of Panama where there is African influence really heavy, and that's Portobello. So that is actually the part of Panama where slaves that were fleeing from being enslaved left Congo and they went to Panama. And so a lot of their influences or their traditions are still present in that area. There's also statue called Negro Cristo Negro, the Black Christ. And so, you know, once a year they take it out into the streets and everybody, you know, basically prays to it. It's a statue, and that's what they do. So that's another place in Panama that if you want to see the African influence or the Caribbean influence, it will be Portobello. And so it's funny because a lot of times, especially after I locked my hair, when I will meet African people from different countries, they will be like, "Where are you from?" And I'll be like, "Oh, I'm from Panama." And they will say that my features look like different people, like different people, African people from different countries. And so again, it could be the influence of the African presence there. I do not know. But in any case, like my video, subscribe to my channel.